MacGyver movie for a long time.
James?
Mhm.
Is he here today?
I don't think so.
No,
Yeah,
he's
no,
working,
we
right?
did this
Yeah.
with him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Sebastian, you got to
That's
get
a
back
shame
to
I
the
didn't get to
stage.
see
I
him.
know.
And
Is he
to your
shooting?
right just a little bit.
Grab.
There you go.
You're very
Can
close.
you say your name and where you're from?
Okay, Sebastian from Argentina.
Anytime you're ready.
Okay. So I guess the Warrens don't exist in this universe.
They do not. Right.
So what would happen?
But my
if-
sideburns do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that these movies, that James Wan's movies in particular, are so popular, and they made a rebirth in the genre movie, of the horror movie, this couple of years?
He's got a signature stamp. He knows, he's very clear with the vision, and he's sort of a technical master at fear, really. Like,
Yeah.
he really is. You can't fault him on that. He's really an atmosphere as well, like creating these worlds.
Yeah,
really.
it's creating the tension, the
You
use
do
of
music and
sound, the
stuff, it's great.
music. He's just not afraid. He's not a.
And he cites like David Lynch and people like that, like a
Mhm.
lot in his. I remember him telling me, and that's obviously very, but just in terms of like atmosphere and weirdness and stuff, which I think is always people don't.
You see all
account for
different
that.
sides of him too. You know, he loves the sort of Carnival of Souls type movies
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
very, the
Campy and a
bizarre
bit,
camp.
yeah.
That, a lot of people are just freaked out by. It's like there are people that are freaked out by horror movies, and there are people that are freaked out by, clowns. So I think he loves all those little, the visual rocking
Motifs
horses
and-
and
yeah.
things. He likes all that.
As actors, do you get more experience doing this genre for instead, for example, the first time, now did it for the twice, and you did it 3 times. So as an actor, is it better for you? You get the nuances of the genre. You get to act other ways.
I mean, I don't
You
know.
do
We both do.
subconsciously a bit, but
Yeah, I mean, I think we're both very, I mean, if you look at, the versatility of Rose and of her career, and I think the same thing.
It's funny.
No, but I mean, but I think we're very fortunate in that regard that, we can sort of try to go from each different genre, which would make me, it's like you want a good script. It doesn't matter the genre. If you do 2 horror movies in a row, okay, then those are the best scripts that have come your way, or that you look at. It's got to all be, it's just really about the script and about the package and about the director and the vision of the film. So we just happen to, like, I don't have any desire to do a lot of horror movies, but if James wants to do them, you sort of feel like, well, if you're going to do them, you might as well do them with the best guy in the genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But acting this particular genre, you have to step
act in it?
Yes, you have to step into this particular mode.
I think so. I mean, I think it depends on the type of the movie. For me, it's very bold. It's I'm borderline camp. Sort of mugging my way through the film for a lot of it. But it's a lot to chew on. You have to just sort of go for it. You can't. There's nothing like you want to hear of, like, oh, he was really boring as the the villain. Like, no, the best villains are the best guys that are, those rich characters, or when they're either funny or they're strange, or, that's what you want. You want to have the material that warrants it, but you want to jump in. And strangely, horror movies almost allow that because there's a heightened sense of dialogue. We're not making a documentary here,
exactly. Yeah.
But Rose, your character is realistic than Patrick's.
Sure.
much more realistic than
Right.
Patrick's.
It's
okay, you can say it.
Yeah. So how do you get along in terms of the acting techniques of 2 opposing different characters and very rooted in
This
different.
outlandish figure.
I know. It was, it's a, well, James is good in grounding it in reality and talking about my character's denial of his acting so weird, and so that was great. So we sort of came up with, like, as ifs and stuff, but this is like no downtime too, that we really hit the ground running in terms of the level of fear and anxiety and tension and suspicion and paranoia and all that stuff, whereas the first one, you sort of have that first setup period where it's just like a portrait of a family, whereas this is like a portrait of a family who's gone through a terrible experience and is going through another one. So But James is great with performance. He's really onto you. He doesn't stop until he gets what he wants, and it's
Yep.
very, he's not lazy at all. Just because it's a horror film, from my experience, he's very,
Yeah.
very hands-on with performance, more than some other directors, I thought. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
yeah.